Hi, my name's Matt Locke, and this is the Everyday Athletes vlog, the vlog for the everyday athletes around the world who refuse to be average and who want to create a legacy of health, fitness and achievement in every aspect of their lives. I'm glad you're here, and once again, it's time to forge your future.
Hey, Leanne Watson, welcome back to the Everyday Athlete podcast. It's a pleasure to have you back.
Hey, nice to be back.
And if we're being honest, we can say now, it was actually just a few minutes ago we talked about episode 1 with you.
Same scarf.
The same scarf, exactly right. No, so it's good to, as we've agreed, great to have you back on here, but wanted to, I guess, dig a little deeper into who Leanne is. The background, not only from a Grand Slam and a Bay Games perspective, but actually it's about you, and to understand where you live, what your background is, and really dig into your athletic and sporting endeavors, but also how that fits in with life. We all have life commitments. We have family, we have work, we have bills to pay, we have all of that going on. None of us are professional athletes. So we're trying to sort of do what we love around the realities of just normal life. But maybe we start with, I didn't in the first one actually, where you live, where you're from.
Well, West Virginia, little small town in West Virginia. And I grew up here. I went to college about 4 hours from here, and then I decided I wanted to be close to my family, so I moved back.
You didn't say the town. Is it Morgantown?
Yeah, Morgantown.
Yeah,
Morgantown. Sorry, I didn't say it. So good old Mountaineer city.
Yeah.
Born and raised, and have stuck here ever since.
You say that like you're stuck there.
Well, I've stuck around ever since.
Yeah, no, I understand it. Well, I guess with snow on the ground, the mind wanders to other parts of the world.
Yeah, like Jervis Bay.
Absolutely. So for you're born and raised in Morgantown, I guess I know you as the athlete. We got involved, together. We met through Bay Games Grand Slam last year, but maybe if we go back a few, have you always been really into sports and a competitor and super fit and strong, or is there a backstory there that you'd like to share?
Well, whenever I was in elementary school, so I was always kind of in sports, but I was never really the like athletic one. Fun fact, I was 200 pounds before I was in 5th grade. So I was a very overweight child that I was always on the basketball teams that my parents coached because we were the ones that nobody else wanted on their team type of thing. So my dad was always our basketball coach because none of the other coaches would take us. But then I got really sick my 5th grade year, and I ended up losing a bunch of weight. And whenever I did, I kind of took on the mentality of, you're never going to gain this weight back, and you are going to be healthy. You are going to get fitter and healthier. And so I started actually spending time in sports and trying to be better at them, and basically trying to be the best athlete I could be. And I never turned back. So
5th grade. Sorry for my benefit. Make sure, what age are we talking there?
About 11 years old.
Yeah. Okay. And you're now. Are you happy to share your age?
Oh yeah, I'm 28.
Sure. So that was a turning point, but quite a long time ago. Not that long, obviously.
Yeah.
A little while.
Yeah. So after that, I basically I started getting really involved in sports, and because I had lost so much weight, I'd started being a little bit better at sports. I'd started getting a little bit more friends, being a little bit more social, and then I just actually started taking it more seriously rather than before. I was just kind of I'm here because mom and dad are forcing me to be, and I just have to be. But then middle school, high school range, I was no, I can see myself doing this long term. So then took it into CrossFit, and here I am.
So when did you stumble into CrossFit?
So in college, I was a thrower for my track team. After that, I was well, I need to still do something after I graduate. So there was this boy I was trying to impress, and he was starting CrossFit as well. So I was well, I want to show that I'm cool too. So I'm going to do CrossFit, and maybe he'll like me if I do. And he never did. Nothing ended up happening there, but then I found CrossFit, and fitness in general has now become a huge part of my life. So it
Yeah,
still
awesome.
works out.
And I think we can agree it was his loss. Okay, his loss for sure.
It was his loss. I hope he watches this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong.
If you want to name and shame, I don't mind.
I probably better not.
No, let's not. He knows who he is.
He does know.
But also, that's how you got into CrossFit, and the rest is history, so to speak. And you're still, for sure, loving it and living life large and really throwing yourself into it, huh?
Yeah, loving every single day, every minute.
Awesome. And so how often do you train? What's your training regime look like?
So, well, like we said earlier, today was a rest day for me. So, usually I'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a normal training day. Thursdays usually maybe like, as long as I'm feeling good, like a cardio piece or some mobility, just something a little bit lighter. And then Friday, Saturday, are training days as well. So I usually will train in the morning, and then maybe some type of aerobic piece in the afternoon, or mobility or skill or something like that in the afternoon. But the bulk of my training in the morning, and then just something tiny in the afternoon.
Yeah, sure. So very focused. And even on rest days, it's about active recovery or some cardio. So it's always moving, always moving.
Yeah, something.
Sure. And what's nutrition look like for you? Are you super focused on your diet as well?
Yeah, it's funny you say that too, because I'm super I like to weigh and measure absolutely everything. I don't, so even this morning, whenever I was doing my meal prep, I, my little pan had, for my Brussels sprouts, I would weigh them out before I would roast them. So it just had all these little sections of Brussels sprouts with these little dividers in it, so that I would know, okay, well, that was a serving, that one's a serving, that one's a serving. So I'm pretty particular on my macros too.
Oh, that's good. And do you follow any particular sort of diet, or paleo, keto, vegan, not?
I try to keep it clean. So I guess it would be the closest to paleo, but I still will eat sweet potatoes, and I'm a little bit more laxed about that, as long as it is more of a natural or clean.
So real food.
But then, real foods, as long as they fit my macros type of thing.
Yeah, sure. I can't imagine life without sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that.
No, I don't either. But that's awesome. So, so obviously there's a lot of time and energy goes into your training, your competing, which of course includes your nutrition. What about outside of all of that? What does that look like?
Well, my sister and I are very, very close. I mean, we live together. I like to spend a lot of time there with her. And as I said earlier, I was born and raised here in the Morgantown area. So being close to my family is really important to me too. Being able to go out and see them. They're probably my biggest athletic supporters I've ever had. I can guarantee my mom is probably going to be watching this multiple times even. She watched the live feed even though it was at 2 a.m. During the Bay games. So my mom and my dad going out and visiting them. My little sister has autism, so she will always be living with them. So going out and visiting and just seeing them and spending time with them is a big piece of what I do too.
In fact, I've had some messages with your mum, and so I've got to say hi to your mum there. And actually, had we known when you win the Grand Slam this year, and when you come back and do the Bay Games in November this year, we'll have to make sure we give your mum a shout out on the live stream then. Because that's a big effort, staying up till 2 a.m. to watch it.
She does too. And then she even does a screen recording on her phone so that she can keep it all the time.
That's awesome. Yeah, legend. So so your younger sister's at home. So do you therefore live with your older sister, or are you the eldest?
Well, I'm a twin. So I have an older sister. So there's 4 of us, but I do have I have an older sister, but I live with my twin sister, and then my little sister's at home.
And would I be confused if I was now not talking to Leanne? If I was talking to your twin sister, would I know? Or
I don't know. Well, you said you've never seen me with my hair down, so no, we're not identical. We're right. Completely fraternal.
Sure. That's cool. But you said you're very, very close.
Yeah, definitely. Basically best friends. So I don't even view us as sisters.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic, really. And what do you do for a living? I actually genuinely don't know the answer to this question.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because within the last year, I have probably switched my career path like
Yeah, okay.
2 or 3 different times. So, and it's one of those, not a matter of like job hopping, more so a matter of I've realized what I like and what I kind of like just growing up, I guess. So my degree is in education. So leading into the Bay Games, I was teaching at an elementary school, local elementary school, teaching reading intervention. And it was just one of those, like, I went to work every day. I liked it. Like, it was okay. And then I was also, in the evening, I would come and I would coach CrossFit classes. And I was just kind of like, I enjoy coaching a lot more. I feel like that's where my passion is. That's where my energy is.
Yep.
So the gym I was coaching at offered me a general manager position. They had lost one of their coaches and they needed someone to take over more full-time hours for the general manager spot there. So I just recently, within the last month or two, took that. And so now that's what I do
Fantastic.
for a living
Congratulations.
yeah, so thanks. So yeah, and I hated to leave teaching, but it was one of those, I mean, you've got to do where your passion is. So my
Exactly
passion
right.
is with CrossFit. So that's where I want to put my energy at.
I can relate. I stepped out of corporate life about 4 years ago now, I guess 3.5 years ago, because I just wasn't passionate about it. And here we are. Yeah, and I'm passionate about. I love what we're doing with
And
the
you're
Bay
doing
Games.
better for it because of it.
I'm certainly happier, and yeah, it's great. I mean, I do sometimes miss that monthly hug of the bank account that corporate used to provide, but I wouldn't change it for the world, because yeah, we're just happier and enjoying life and meeting so many cool people, and yeah, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
I completely agree with
And
that.
being a part of stories like with yourself, the whole journey with the Bay Games and the Grand Slam last year, which is awesome. You never get that in a corporate environment.
Exactly. And I'm glad you did it too, because I would have never gotten to meet you guys.
Exactly right. I was interested when we chatted last time. You said something that I guess piqued my interest because you said, "Oh, I thought, yeah, I'll give the Grand Slam a go because I want to go to Australia, but things like this don't happen to me. I don't win competitions that get me to Australia and so on." And of course, you did win, and you did come to Australia. And I wondered if that had a deeper impression on you, whether that had changed any of your outlook in terms of what's possible for you and believing in yourself and so on.
It did. Not only making it and winning the Grand Slam, but whenever I got there, I would say a huge turning point for my fitness journey in general was the Bay Games. I don't know if it's because it gave me so much mental clarity. Maybe I got waterlogged, getting drowned there in the first event. When I got home, I started making a lot of changes. That's when I decided to opt out of teaching and take this general manager position.
Wow.
I made a lot of changes as soon as I got home because the Bay Games showed me that I was capable of a lot more than I had ever given myself credit for. And I had honestly, before I even left to come to Bay Games, been thinking about quitting CrossFit in general. I was burnt out. I was, even during the Grand Slam, I was just kind of like, this isn't fun anymore. I don't like it. And something during that competition just was like, you know what? You should be grateful that you're able to do this. You should be grateful that you've been given these abilities, these capabilities. Go use them and just have fun. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, just have fun doing it. And so it kind of redefined fitness as being fun for me. And when I got home, now I've been on fire for training and enjoying it ever since.
That's amazing. It genuinely warms my heart, Leanne. Honestly, that's awesome. I'm so pleased that was your experience and that we played a small part in facilitating that. But at the end of the day, you did the hard work. You had the mental fortitude to get through. It sounds like a bit of a tough time with the training. I didn't know any of that, actually, that you were thinking about throwing in the CrossFit towel.
That's why I've thanked you guys so much. I'm like, you guys literally have changed my life by that whole trip.
Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing. Well done to you. Because at the end of the day, it was all you you did all the work. And I know you've got your support team around, you've got your family and your coaches, and we all do. And that's part of the story, isn't it? But nonetheless, you dug in and you got it done. So I'd high five you, but yeah, we'd probably break our screens. But no, but that's amazing. That's amazing. And I guess I don't need to. I was going to say, what would be your message to someone else who was thinking about, oh, should I have a go at the Grand Slam this year, or should I have a go at the Bay Games? What would your message to them be?
I would definitely say give it a go. You never know what can happen. And not only that, regardless of where you place, you're going to have fun doing it. So prove yourself wrong. Show yourself that even just finishing the qualifier, you're just finishing all the workouts, that's a huge accomplishment of itself, because those workouts aren't easy. So just doing it and just finishing it, like, give yourself more credit than what you think you need.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a great message that applies to all of us, every single one of us. And I've seen the workouts for the Grand Slam this year, of course, tested a couple of them, and yeah, they're not designed to be easy. You're right. Equally, they're not designed to be mind-numbing or just simply hard for the sake of it. They're not designed for that. And in fact, this year, I gave you one snippet in the last recording. I can't give you any more, other than to say we're really trying to be inclusive. We are exclusively about everyday athletes. And so if you're a professional athlete, and we're going to define that as clearly as we can, but it's not for professional athletes. We had a shoot yesterday with Khan Porter, Alethea Boone. They can't compete. They can't play with the Grand Slam because it's not for them. It's for everyday athletes. And they like that. They like that approach. But it's designed to be inclusive. It's not just for CrossFitters. You can be from F45, you can be from a Globo gym, doesn't matter. So we've really given, as we did last year, but a lot of time and thought to the programming for this year, especially given it's pairs now. It's a pairs, which changes the dynamics totally for each workout in a good way. So we're excited to see how you go. But I'm conscious of time, Leanne, and very grateful because it's Sunday evening where you are, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
but all good.
it's rest day, so I literally have nothing to do, so you're good.
And are your food preps done, or?
Yeah, I finished it this morning.
Of course you have. You might need to give me some lessons about that. My food prepping, I think because I can be a bit, I eat clean, but I'm not, I guess I don't have a routine that forces me to have to be that regimented. But I like the idea of it. I see photos of different people, online, and they show, there's my, the next week, and you go, God, that would be great. Rather than, right, what should we have tonight?
Well, they're in Jervis Bay, all those different restaurants. I don't feel like you really need to.
Yeah, but that's not food prepping, is it?
That's true.
It's really lazy. But you're right, there's some great cafes here. But no, very good. Look, Leanne, well, is there anything else you would like to say to the audience before they start seeing your face around the time of the Grand Slam?
Make sure you sign up. It's for a great cause, but don't beat me.
That's right. Be good, but don't be too good.
Just be second.
Well, very good. Actually, top 10 finishes this year. Top 10 finishes in each division get cash prizes. We've got starting with $6,500 first place, and it goes down in 50% increments from there. So even you get a decent chunk of cash in the pocket, and a bunch of other stuff. Actually, we're going to include as well, there's going to be a copy of Khan Porter's ebook, which is called Fitter Every Day. And that's got 230 conditioning workouts that he's done in the last year. And I've got a copy, which I bought last week, and it's just excellent. So anyway, so again, top 10 winners from each division pairs will each get a copy of that as well, and a bunch of other stuff. So we're being...
You guys are outdoing yourselves.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. We're trying to make it irresistible, because we want, the more people we get involved, the more impact we'll have for the mental health charities, and the more fun we'll be having around the world, I guess. But,
I like it.
Yeah, cool. Very good. Well, Leanne, thank you so much for your time. And if people want to reach out to you and connect with you in some way, how would they do that?
Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram's Leanne Watson 25, and then Leanne Watson on Facebook.
No problem, Brett. And I'll put those details in the show notes. And if you haven't already watched the first episode with Leanne, I strongly recommend that you do, because it talks about her journey from the Grand Slam through to the Bay Games and everything in between. Leanne, thank you very much. And I wish you a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
You take care.
Well, there you have it. Thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed this, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell icon so you get notified every time we upload a new episode. And if you think that one of your training buddies would also enjoy this, go ahead and share it with them right now. Thank you once again, and we'll see you next time.